Pandas. 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 I got broads in Atlanta. Just in Dublin and Atlanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. Do you believe it? Can you believe it? BBM 90% off Apex. Apex. I mean, just in time, too. Just in time for the huge news next week, Wednesday. And just in time for anyone who's been trading these crazy markets as of late. Been so crazy, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people have been busting their accounts everywhere. I mean, the market has been insane. Absolutely insane. Good morning, everybody. Bobby C, good morning. Mo7, good morning. Welcome. Kellyanne, good morning. Kingsley, I've never seen this guy. Good day, guys. Welcome, Kingsley. Traders Chick, welcome back. Kellyanne in the house early on. I'd love to see it. You guys are active, huh? You guys are active. I love it. Make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat if you're joining. Happy Camper, welcome. Nightbot, welcome back, Nightbot. Wayne Bicknell, good morning. Kyle Lubers, welcome. Mike Richardson, good morning from Charlotte. Blacklight Gypsy saying, good morning, Pandas. Achieved a new milestone today on my 100th evaluation. Let's go, baby. Hopefully you grabbed them at 90% off. Mawashi Trades, good morning. Kingsley's joining from Ghana. I love it. I mean, there was not a day in my life where I would have predicted that I would run a stream where there will be people coming from West Africa, Ghana joining. I really could not have predicted that. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed to see it. Welcome, guys. Lawrence, B. Charles Films, welcome. Hansman, welcome back. Jojo says everybody knows where Ghana is. You don't have to say West Africa. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't saying because maybe it's like saying like I'm from the West Coast, California, something like that. You know. And to be honest, I had no idea where Ghana was. I knew it was in Africa. I didn't know it was in West Africa. That could be my ignorance. Anyways, Pandas, welcome. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Support the stream. Get the algorithmic likes up there. Algorithmic chats. Drop a GM. I mean, if you really support the stream, if you really like what's going on here. Currently spiking channel. There was news this morning at 8:30. This is why you saw this little spike up here. Hopefully you guys were aware of that. Double bottom. Shooting up. Yesterday was insane. I took a trade yesterday, even though I was not streaming. Yesterday's trade. Big Mama, of course. You can see that the stream accounts are doing quite well. I'm actually positive in one of them, and something funky happened where I won, or I got filled on one of my trades. I really didn't get filled. I skunked my trade here, but on my other accounts, this trade did not get skunked and actually took the stop loss, which is unfortunate. So that's why you see the 3 of the accounts like $300 lower, because you got 1, 2, 3 point stop loss here, and my other accounts got stopped out. Whereas the main account, which is the top account you see, is I skunked it. So that's why you see a difference in the account numbers. But they're looking much healthier than they were. Trap. I was down like $1,000 on them or something, like 900 some dollars. Down, I'm up on one of them and down only about $22 on the other one. So we're doing great. Bobby C says, glad you're back, Panda, and you sound back to normal. Appreciate that. I feel the love. I truly do. I mean, the obvious thing here is a gap, right? We have a gap from the previous day. What really happened yesterday? Trap. We had a trap on the daily chart, which triggered this huge move down. And this is why I like to start with the daily chart. I like to start with let's start with the weekly chart. I know that sounds really crazy. This is really just to get an idea of the overall market. But we have a trap that triggers on the weekly chart, and I don't know if you guys remember, I mentioned that this trap was not a good sign for the bulls. If this trap triggers, we could really go down, because you got a trap on a weekly chart. Just like here, you got a trap on the weekly chart and it bursts upwards. You got a trap on the weekly chart going downwards. It could really, really go down. I mean, this could be the high for a long time, to be honest. Trap. I'm curious to see if we get a divergence here as well. You know what? We don't even get divergence on the top of that, so I'm surprised. I do see a divergence here. I do mark that. This is the RSI. If you guys don't know, that's how RSI is meant to be used, with divergences. If you don't know what that is, then look it up on YouTube. All right, daily chart. We have a trap that triggers on a daily chart, which could help you with your premise, saying that, okay, we could have a bear trend day today, yesterday. And I mean, that's what we really saw. 5-minute chart. Really, if you think about it, once you traded beneath the 20 EMA here with 2 bear bars, it was always in short, and it went on for pretty much the entire day. He's always in short, Walmart trade, as Al Brooks calls it, and just walk away from the computer, get like 10 points, call it a day. I get Big Mama here, you can see. I already showed you, but that was my trade yesterday, which is why I'm up now on my accounts. Darn you, Ryan Reynolds commercial. Wait, what was that reference to? Did I miss something? What are you referring to? The obvious thing is to try to fill this gap right now. We couldn't take Big Mama last night because it opens beneath the previous day's low, so there's just no, opens 9 points beneath the close, and it's pretty rare for that to happen, especially when you're charting the overnight session. It happens a lot with the 5-minute chart, where I only track the regular trading, but when you also have the overnight trading in there and you have a 9-point gap, anyone know what that's called? The 6 o'clock open, the 6 p.m. open. Does anyone know what that's called? I always call it the pre-open, but I don't know what to call it. I don't know there's like official name for that, for this open, the futures open. Anyways, we are, still in the spiking channel. We have a break of the channel now. So now we're looking for one more high here before reversing. Kellyanne calls it the daily open. Okay. 9:30 the New York open. That's a pretty good way to put it. Daily open, New York. Okay, I can see that. Asian Open actually doesn't open until what, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Is it Asian? I thought Asian Open was at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Right, the futures open at 6 p.m. So there's like this little time, this 2-hour window that the futures is open and there's no markets that are open. It's just crazy. It's super low volatility, obviously. Quick check on the news. I already mentioned we had our news today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Advanced GDP and unemployment claims. Right? Let's just say that you chose to go long with 10 contracts on 50K accounts. You would have passed it. You would have passed your accounts with that news. If you went long here, you would have passed your 50K accounts. I say 50K because most of you guys trade the 50K. Friday. All right, market just opened. Tomorrow we have news at core PCE at 8:30 a.m. and the revised U of M at 10 a.m. That's tomorrow. The big kahuna news is next week, Wednesday. I mean, if you want to talk about news, there's 4 news events, high impact news events. Wow. Oh, really 4 time slots, but tons of news events next Wednesday. That's a big kahuna. Get ready for next Wednesday. I mean, I think a lot of people will be waiting. I wouldn't be surprised if the volatility is very low Monday, Tuesday, and then everyone's just waiting on that Wednesday. You got FOMC and the Fed funds rate next Wednesday, and that's the big kahuna, in my opinion. Serious news. I personally think we're going to 10,000 tick chart, by the way, trap about to trigger here.
10,000 tick trap.
I might take this trap here, fill that gap. It makes a lot of sense. It's quite a big stop loss. All right, we're in this trade. It's quite a big stop loss. I think I gotta get more than 2 points on this to make the trade worth it. I think we can at least come back to the previous day's low. Get a couple more points than just 2 points. Filling that gap with a trap trade on the 10,000 tick chart because there's a gap here. It's looking pretty decent. Okay. You hate to see that. You hate to see that. You like it to... you hate to see that. I hate to see that. Maybe a second entry long here.
10,000 tick trap.
Yikes. General rule of thumb is I try to come out break even if this happens. We have this gap here. Now that we have this drawdown, I almost want more from this one. I almost want to see if we fill the... Ooh. 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 Do you guys see this? I almost want more than whatever 4 points I'm trying to get. Trying to get 5 points here. Ooh. There we go. That's what I want to see. Perhaps a 1-to-1. Oh, all right. Couldn't move fast enough.
10,000 tick
Let's go,
trap.
baby. Easy peasy, buddy. Trap trade. And also a second entry long here on the 10,000 tick chart. Trying to fill that gap. Easy peasy money. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Actually, trap trade on the 2,000 tick chart as well. Actually, what I think causes that push up. Congrats for anyone that also took that trade. We're up 220. Hey, Pandas, a scalp a day keeps the boss away. And that means what, Pandas? We're already done today. We're already done. We got our scalp today. We're already done. My account's right now at... They're at $49,999. I'm $1 away to coming out break even on these accounts. I'm actually already the most profitable trader on YouTube, verified. With my rhythmic, because technically I'm up, what, $321 positive if you combine all the accounts. Danny Boy Trader says, "Are those P?" Yes. These are all P. Or these are all P. We are fully funded here. We're up 220 already. You gotta love it. I mean, we could be done for today. We could truly be done today already. Turtle says, "Thanks for the 90% off. Thanks for bringing it up." You're welcome. Turtle says, "I'm up 400 on my PA. Let's go, baby." If you guys don't know, Turtle Toes, I mean, his name is fitting for how he approaches his trading journey. He is taking it slow and steady, wins the race, and he has his 1 PA count, and he's up 400 on it. Let's go, baby. Marcus Vaughn says, "Great trade, Pan. I was right there with you. Took 5 points on the move to fill the gap." Let's go, baby. Me too. We did the exact same thing. I think we saw the same thing. I think a lot of people saw the same thing because we're seeing it bounce off of this area now. And potential trap trade here. I'm going to set on my pause just because we're above the 20 EMA on the 10,000 tick chart. So I'm not going to take this short here. Right? Because the 10,000 tick chart, we have potentially the 20 EMA blocking that move down. So I'll be skipping this. But this is actually a decent trade if that wasn't the case. Kyle Uber says, "Thanks for the information, company. Aim small, miss small. I got mine and close it all down. Can't lose the gains. The program is closed." Kyle Uber's all done for today. You gotta love it. Trap does trigger here. Like I mentioned, I'm not gonna take it because we're above the 20 EMA on the 10,000 tick chart, and it looks like it was a good skip here. So, well, no, there's still a chance if you are short. Still a chance. Right, your stop loss is 1 tick above this wick here. Okay. It could work out for you. It could easily work out for you.
10,000 tick
Easily
trap.
work out for you. All right. All right. Perfect scalp made. Perfect scalp made. It's not an absolute scalp, but it's a perfect scalp. What's the difference? Perfect scalp moves exactly the scalp amount, which is for me 2 points. So 2 points, perfect scalp. This is why this turns gold here. A lot of people wonder what this gold box is. The gold box means it makes a perfect scalp. So it's not really a good thing. It means you're trapped. It means you're trapped here still potentially. And the gold box will disappear once we go beyond 2 points. Yep. So that now it's an absolute scalp when you go more than 2 points, because now you no matter what you scalped out. So I'll call that absolute scalp, and it ends up being a good reversal. I didn't take it because of the 10,000 tick chart. I was scared the 20 EMA might block us, which, looking back at it, there was actually enough room to make that scalp. It's a good trade, right? Because you got spike, chant. Okay, everyone listen up. Everyone listen up here. Everyone listen up. The reason why I thought this would have been a good trade, it might be complex, but this is price action, okay? You have a spike in channel. The channel breaks and makes a new high. What is that, essentially? Right, that's just 2 legs up. That's 2 legs up on the 10,000 tick chart. Right, you get this spike, channel, breaks and goes up one more time. Actually here, let's see. Yeah, it creates an L4 setup. Right, spike, channel, breaks the channel, retest the high by making a higher high, and then reversal setup, right? Major trend reversal. That's what this setup is. And this is why I thought it might have been a decent trade to take. So put that in the books, especially when you bounce off a key area such as the previous day's low. You have a resistance here, bouncing off of it with the setup. It just increases the chances that it works. I skipped it because, well, one thing is I already made my scalp, so it's kind of like, do I want to risk my money here? I have plenty of times I've had before in the past, but also 10,000 tick. I just wasn't sure that the 20 EMA would hold here on 10,000 tick. And also there was a gap above that hasn't filled yet, and I was worried that this gap may try to fill before we reverse. And those are a couple of things that went against the trade for me, which is why I skipped it. But otherwise, it was a good setup. All right. Strong bear bar ending on its low on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if there is follow through on that. Right, strong bear bar. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Let's see if there's follow through. You kind of have this big up, big down, right? 5-minute chart, big up, big down. Let's see if we get another big up here. It might be telling us we're in trading range day today, but need more information. Blacklight Gypsy says up 1802 on 3 evals. Let's go, baby. Iron Crew says he got stopped out because he was looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward, which is fair, right? That's in a swing trade. That's what you want. I mean, the minimum you want on a swing trade is a 1-to-1, and your typical goal is a 1 to 2, because with a 1 to 2 risk reward, you need about I believe it's like a 30% win rate to be positive. To be profitable, sorry. Yeah, so the 5 minute chart, there's no follow through, right? Strong bear bar ending on its low, right? Big up, big down, big up again. Quite a strong move up here. Trap trade, outside bar reversal, not interested in that. Also too far away from any support, but could really pop up here because we have obvious target here to fill the gap. Gonna sit in my pause though for a good setup. Yeah, so a lot of people manage their swing trades like this. You know, you'll trade 2 contracts, you get 1-to-1 on the first one, and then you look for a 1-to-2 on the second one with the runner. That's how a lot of people, I think, take their trades, right? At least a 1-to-1, take your profits, and if you have a runner, get that 1-to-2. It's a way to secure profits and then take off risk, right? So when you get that 1-to-1, then you take your risk off the trade. So it, in a sense, kind of mitigates your risks there. But it just depends on how you want to do it. Everyone's different. Some people like to hold it. You know, some people like the mini heart attacks, holding a trade for several swings. Some people love heart attacks. I personally don't like heart attacks. I don't trade like that. But hey, I mean, I have done it a couple times on the stream. Looks like we're trying to fill this gap now. I was looking for a second entry long here, but we never got it. Looks like the gap wants to fill. Just need to set up for it. Mo7 said he got chopped up on the longs. I believe you were probably married to the premise that the gap will fill. And so you keep going long, which actually eventually would have kind of worked out if you had a big enough stop. But who really holds a stop loss that large, right? 10 plus points. Yeah, I mean, it's just, okay, we're getting a double top here off the previous day's low. Just, it's hard not to be married to a premise when it's so obvious. And that's the market. The market knows that. The market knows that this gap is here. Trust me, everyone in the market is looking at this gap. It's just, can you time it well, right? Can you time the fill? It's most likely going to fill, but can you time it? That's the hard part. How do you time it? Well, you wait for your setup. I'm looking for a second entry long here, and then I'll take it. If we don't get the setup, then we move on. Next trade. I could go several days without taking a trade, waiting for a setup. Said no one. All right, we got a second entry long potential here. I'm gonna just set up the trade here. Right, for the obvious reason, because we have a clear target here. Signal bar looks bad. Signal bar looks too bad for me. It's not a signal bar I can trade, in my opinion. Even though I like the premise, the signal bar is too bad. It's too large. Plus, the 5-minute chart showing signs of big up, big down, big up could be big down again. We've seen it before. I would be surprised if it happens again. No one says this gap has to fill right now. It's just a high chance it will, but no one says it has to. Just waiting here. Okay, second entry long is a little better setup than the previous one. It looks like it's going to do kind of what happened the other day. Big up, big down, big up, big down again. And what I mean by the other day, this happened at this time too, 2 days ago. We just kept getting these big up, big downs, big up, big down, big up, big up, blah 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 blah, until we finally break out, and then finally, really, the market shows intentions. But at the end, it ends up being a trading range day, right? Big up, big down, and big up again on the higher time frame. So the market's fractal. So when you see something like this on the 5 minute chart, you can kind of get a clue. It might give you signals on what kind of day it's going to be for the rest of the day. So we got this big up, and big down again on the 5 minute chart. So we, right now what the market's telling us, we're in trading range, and it's beneath the 20 MA. So we're in trading range that has potential to break down.
Five-minute trap.
And all the while we have a gap above us, which is just teasing us. Right, pandas? Like for so many of us, we probably are like, we're gonna just hold this until we fill this gap. At least that's what Nutty Bar would do. He loves getting his gaps filled, and so when it doesn't happen, that's what kills you, because you keep trading this premise you're married to, and you will get chopped up. You will get chopped up. You have to wait for the setup. Price action you have to trade the market. It's been given to you. You cannot get married to any premise. You gotta be very adaptable. Right, when the 5 minute looks like this, big up, big down, big up, you could almost have expected this big down again. Right, trading range. Trap trade actually on the 5 minute, and it could break down a little bit here. I wouldn't be surprised if it does break down just a little bit. But at the same time, it's not a trade I'll take. It's too risky. It's not worth the risk reward, and the probability is low. So this is overall a terrible trade, right? Bad probability and bad risk reward is the worst trade to take. You just can't take that trade. It's almost better to come with a limit order trade here and buy.
Five-minute trap.
Trap about to trigger on a 2000 tick and 5 minute chart. Still sitting in my pause because it looks like it's a trading range, so I'm not going to trade a breakout here. Right, this would be a double top breakout, essentially. Right, this does trigger the trap. Trap is struggling now. Let's see if it does get the scalp. Curious to see here. Okay, scalp is made. Oh well, moving on. Right, the reason I'm not taking it is because on the 5 minute chart you get this huge big up, big down, big up, big down, and now you're trying to break out of the trading range. Most breakouts fail, so I'm thinking this is actually going to reverse. It's going to reverse. So skip that trade. Mike Richardson says, I have two PAs with lifetime. I am now trading two evals with Replicanto. It's kind of nice to have I actually do lifetime. I have lifetime on these 4 accounts. So it's nice because you can just trade slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, right? A scalp a day keeps the boss away. Why do I say that? Because with 4 accounts, if you get one scalp a day, which is average $100, if you can do that, average $100 a day with 4 accounts, at the end of the year, you make 6 figures. At the end of 1 year of trading, you make 6 figures. Because 4, which is the amount of accounts you have, multiplied by how many trading days there are in a year, which is 250, equals 1,000. And you multiply that by how much you make on average per day, let's say a scalp a day, which is $100, then that's 100K. You can make 100K with just a scalp a day. Average $100 a day. Second entry short here, skipping this. I'm really expecting a reversal here. I'll take a trap trade. I'll take a trap trade. I surely would take a trap trade here. A fail second entry short is what I'm looking for. Fail second short. Looking for a reversal because a 5-minute chart is showing us trading range. Now, will this work 100%? No. All right, especially we're beneath the 20 MA right now. It's not a good trade to take at this point. It's beneath the 20 MA. It's actually not a good trade. Terrible signal bar as well. I'm setting my pause on this one. Even if it triggers, I would need something like a higher low setup or a second entry long. The second entry short does work out for you. I'm just scared it's going to reverse here because a 5-minute chart is screaming trading range. It's literally yelling in my face. Right, the 5-minute chart is literally yelling it at my face right now, saying, "Bye-bye money. This is a trading range. Trade it as so." This is literally screaming at me. So I gotta heed the price action. If it's screaming at me, I gotta listen to it. DX, top of the morning, Macau. So random. DX, welcome back. I love having DX back. It's been a while. There's a long time he was kind of missing, and you know it's kind of funny because people were asking for DX. They were asking for you. They're like, "Where did DX go?" Hopefully you guys have watched the montage. I'm gonna throw a link up here for it for you guys.
$10,000 tick trap.
Enjoy the montage. Trap 10,000 tick chart forming here.
10,000 tick trap.
Do I like it? Again, 5-minute chart screaming at me. 5-minute chart screaming at me saying this is trading range. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you guys haven't seen the montage yet, check it out. I'm looking for a fail second entry short here. I might take it with 2 contracts even. Two contracts, one for 1-to-1 and another one to run as far as I can. Give me a fail second entry short. What am I talking about here? First pullback, first entry, second pullback, second entry, and that fails, right? Doesn't make a scalp and reverses. This is my setup right here. I'm looking for something like this. Preferably triggering above the 20 MA, something like this. That's the dream. That's the dream, pandas. That's the dream setup right there. See if we can get it. Oof. Alright, it's pushing down pretty hard. We might not get it. Might make a new low here, actually. Triggering a trap on the 10,000 tick. Alright. Trap triggers, 10,000 tick chart. This trap triggers. Decent move down on that trap triggering. At a certain point in time, you're thinking that maybe it won't be a trading range day. Strong bear bar ending on its low on the 10,000 tick chart. This is very hard. Very hard for me to go short here because of the 5 minute screaming at me saying trading range, buddy. We got trading range going on. We got 4 completely overlapping bars. And we are breaking down a little bit here, but it probably jumped right back into a trading range. Okay. We could be in a downtrend, right? Just a simple double top and really in a strong downtrend now. That could be possible too. Second entry short. It's an ugly looking one, so I'm not going to take it regardless, but it is a second entry short forming here. Second entry short does trigger outside bar reversal. Decent move down makes a scalp. Tricky stuff. I mean, we're clearly beneath the 20. We're clearly in a downtrend right now. It's just very difficult knowing how the 5 minute looked like, and now we're breaking down. So it could really just been like a bear flag here. Push down, bear flag, push down again. That could have been what actually happened. You could only really tell with hindsight bias. All right, I can only really consider, wow, all right, it's a strong move down. All right, jeez, all right. Kind of reached the overnight lows here. I'll go ahead and mark it here. The overnight low was right here at 41.71. Gap is still not filled up here. Just nasty price action on the 5 minute chart. But we're pushing down now, right? We're basically made a 1-to-1 on this trading range for those who went short here. What I mean by that 1-to-1, I know I'm saying things quickly here, but here, just to slow things down, there was a 1-to-1 trade, right? If you traded this trading range, right, you could take a 1-to-1 here and you almost were able to finish your trade here. So people took this 1-to-1 and they said, okay, well, you know, if this works at least 40% of or at least 50% of the time, then I'll come out. If I need to win this 51% of the time, this trade, for me to be profitable. I don't think it was worth it, but it is what it is. I wouldn't do it, obviously. Hugh with a classic quote from the former U.S. President George Bush Jr. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Can't get fooled again. Who had more gaffes? George Bush Jr. or President Biden? Who had more gaffes? I think George Bush's gaffes were. It's there's a difference between being like senile and being kind of maybe a little dumb. I don't know if the dumb is the right word because obviously if you're president, you can't be dumb. But I think there's a little difference between the gaffes from George Bush Jr. and President Biden. The gaffes that President Biden has, they're just it's almost scary. It's scary. I mean, you gotta question. Everybody with at least that is not delusional can say maybe he's not all there. Maybe.
10,000 tick trap.
Bye money for president. I wouldn't even want to. That is the worst job ever. Hugh says, I loved it when Biden said poor kids and black kids are just as smart as white kids. Or when he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, or something like that. He said something like that along those lines. It's incredible what this guy gets away with. It's just amazing, just because of the media bias, what you can get away with. It's incredible. Oh, you ain't a Democrat. If you don't vote for me, wait, what? No, what did he say? I thought he said. Oh, he said poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Al Brooks as president, all he does is scalp the treasury market. That's his whole presidency campaign, like his whole platform. Well, with his like super scratchy voice, like I can't even mimic it. Al Brooks. Al Brooks. I'm Al Brooks. It's like the most croakiest voice ever. I'm Al Brooks. Al Brooks. Something like that. I anyone who can impersonate Al Brooks, that's it's very difficult. Man, you guys are gonna ban. This is why I got shadow banned. You guys are gonna shadow ban me. There's a reason why I have 106 viewers, because you guys keep saying things like MAGA on my chat. Make account green again. Hey, we're MAGA right now. We're agreeing on these accounts. President Trump's gaffes are like reckless. I mean, if you think about it, he really is just being himself. He's being a businessman. He's being like actually an everyday American, really. Trap trade here potentially. Uh It's not really on any support. That's a problem. We have a trap trader, but it's not on any support.
10,000 tick trap.
It's really sus now. When the market spikes up like that and it doesn't have follow through, typically means it's a failed breakout on another time frame. Okay, reversing now. I'm glad I skipped it. I was looking for a new low, and we weren't on any support for that reversal. Right? It was like a reversal mid-air. All right, double trap, triple trap here maybe. Jeez, triple trap. Nah, I can wait for a better setup than this. Q says, I remember when Trump stared at the solar eclipse. I mean, that's how he's so orange. At the end, all the presidents are not that. It's just like celebrity. Like, I don't know what it is. Ooh, okay, we got some volatility right there out of nowhere. You know, I'm gonna reload the historical. Make sure we're fresh with the data.
$10,000 tick trap.
Second entry short on the 10,000 tick chart. Sorry, I'm reloading data. It's frozen right now. This is reloading. All right, we are back. Back in business. Okay, pushing above the 20 May. It's a double bottom. It's a higher double bottom. Again, not really bouncing off any type of support here. I'll take it with a failed second entry. Short. Oh, man, it's getting choppy now. We're going sideways. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Probably step away from the market if I could. But we're streaming, pandas. I don't have that luxury. So we're going to be sitting here and twiddling our thumbs together, pandas. I had a hard time. I was thinking about trying to watch. I personally, I love watching movies, but right now there's like nothing out there. I was like, oh man, I want to watch a movie sometime this week, but Mrs. Panda and I were looking at the movie charts, and there's just nothing right now. It's so dry. Is Hollywood dead, pandas? Is Hollywood dead? What's going on? Reptile. Maybe I'll take a look. But I just see is Yeah, felt much better. I'm pretty much back to 100%. Reptile, I'll take a look at Netflix. Dumb Money. Dumb Money, what was that? What's that about? What's the premise? Do I watch anime? The new Bleach series? I do watch some anime. But the thing is, I watch it alone. Mrs. Panda doesn't like it. Oh yeah, I watched Dumb Money, yeah. Wayne Bignell, green over 100. Wayne Bignell with the panda icon. Appreciate the support. Ralph Gruns with the panda icon. All these pandas. Appreciate it so much. Christian GBS. Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good. Old Dads. So everything's basically, there's no move. It's all Netflix stuff. Like I mean, I guess those are movies, but I want to like, I like the theater experience. Did anyone watch what's the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Something Moon. Killer under the some moon. Anyone watch that? What's it called? Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I saw the 3.5 hours. I was just like, I don't know if I could watch that. I wanted something a little uplifting, a little more entertaining. I wasn't ready for like a super serious. I don't know. Maybe it's just the end of the summer lull for movies. I really want to watch the Mission Impossible Part 2. I don't even know what it's called. Mission Impossible, whatever, Part 2. I looked it up. It's like coming out in 2025 or something. That's such a ridiculous gap between Part 1 and Part 2.
10,000 tick trap.
Go watch Taylor Swift Eras Tour in theater. Cocaine Bear is a cult classic. That movie was ridiculous. It's just silly. It's just straight silliness. Very entertaining though. Like I just said, I went to watch Barbie with my sister. Pass on Barbie. I'm good. Huh. Again, we're floating in midair, so now we're going back and forth. 5-minute chart. Very choppy, right? Multiple inside bars now. Right, this choppiness led to this choppiness. And when it happened a couple days ago, how did it look like? Basically went choppy and then choppy again and then reversed on us. Going back into the original chop. So it could be choppy here and might come back up to the original chop. He says, I never saw Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was good, but the problem was that my expectation was that the whole thing was going to be based around this nuclear bomb. And I was just ready. Like, I thought the climax would be this nuclear bomb explosion and, you know, it would be some interstellar type effects, things like that. But at the end, it was actually a drama. It wasn't even about the atomic bomb. It was about Oppenheimer and basically the drama that followed after. Completely choppy here. I'm glad that we're sitting on our pause. If you're sitting on your pause here, congratulations. Or if you're scalping this, then congratulations. Going back and forth on the trading range. To be honest, it's pretty advanced to do that.
10,000 tick trap.
Okay, we make it the reversal here. But again, I gotta wait till we break out of this trading range before making any moves. It's not my style to trade the breakout. It's my style more to wait for the breakout and trend to establish and trade the trend. Or if the trading range is large, then I can wait for reversals. But right now, just sitting on my pause. It's an OII pattern on the 5-minute chart. OII pattern, and maybe one more eye here, right? Outside, inside, inside, inside. Means breakout, triangle. Essentially triangle being created here, as Toes mentioned. Right, an OII pattern is a triangle being created. You can see the same triangle here on the 2000 tick chart. Most breakouts fail, so I'll see a breakout of this triangle, wait for it to reverse. The $1,000,000 question is, which way will this breakout happen? Will it happen on the downside or the upside? That's a $1,000,000 question because no one knows the answer to it. But if you knew the answer, you would make $1,000,000. The reason why no one knows the answer to that because there is no answer. It's all probabilities. There's a chance for it to break out on both sides. We're breaking to the downside. And as I mentioned, most breakouts fail. So downside breaking out. And it may reverse here. Just waiting, sitting on my pause. Blacklight Gypsy says, I started writing a script when I was in college about 11 years ago. I've never finished it, but I've added a lot over the years since. A lot of conversations and things I've overheard from it. That's awesome. That's really cool. In my life, I've never really made a script or had a desire to do so, but that sounds really cool if you are doing that. It sounds really fun too. All right, pushing up here, right? Like I mentioned, failed breakdown. Could be another failure here. This triangle is very strong, actually. Right, there's just piercing both sides of the triangle.
5-minute trap.
Almost want to go short here. Almost. But I'm going to be a good little panda and just sit on my pause. I would ask you what the script is about, but I feel like it'd be like proprietary information, and I don't want anyone to be like stealing it or something. I don't know. But if you'd like to share it, that'd be great to hear. I had a script. I had not a script, but I had like a premise of a movie. This was my premise. You guys ready for this? The premise will be basically, it'll be like the movie will start with like a married couple, and you can tell that the husband really loves his wife, but the wife, you can tell, is very discontent in the marriage, and that's how the movie begins. Like the first part, and as the movie goes on, you can tell that their marriage is falling apart, and the husband tries everything he can to basically fix it, but he realizes that he won't be able to. Then the next part of the movie is the husband disappears. The husband just... Oh, no. Okay. No, sorry, I got it wrong. But you see later in the movie, throughout their marriage, that the husband starts to kind of act really shady, really sus. And as the movie goes on, You see that he's taking time away. He's missing from the house for multiple days in a row. Comes back and he's a little bit, distanced, feels distanced, and the wife just feels more and more distanced from the husband as as the husband's disappearing, throughout the days and nights, and all of a sudden, when the wife is out, right, she starts to fall in love with another man, right, and this other man is just, it's just kind of like brings her excitement in her life again, and of course she's like cheating on her husband, so she keeps it a secret. And then as the movie goes on, the wife and this, the new man, fall in love, and then she ends up divorcing her husband, and then she goes and lives happily with this other man. And at the end of the movie, this is it. This is the twist. At the end of the movie, what it is that strange man, that the new man, is actually the husband. And the reason why he's been gone and missing all those days early on is because he's been slowly doing surgery on his body, right? Enough so you can't tell, and enough that he can, that he's slowly changing his body, but he can cover it up. So obviously the wife and the husband are not, making love or whatever. So like she can't
5 minute
tell
trap.
like these surgeries are happening, and at the end of the movie you can see this man start to take some things off his body or something. You can see that, oh, this man was the original man getting plastic surgery so his wife can fall in love with him again. I mean, isn't that the craziest movie of all time? Like, think about that. Toronto says he had enlargement surgery. Is that all you think about? I mean, this is like the a love story of love stories, and that's the comment that you have. That's all you can think about. That twist, did that not give you shivers? I mean, that's a movie premise I had in mind. I just wouldn't know how to execute it. You need some like whoever directed like Sixth Sense or M. Night Shyamalan. You need him to like direct it. This market is completely sideways. This is why I just spent nice 10 minutes explaining my made up movie story here. Blacklight Gypsy says, well, the movie's called Spirit World Rising after the Daniel Johnston song. It's a dark comedy based in an alternate universe that's just as mundane as the real world. I take a certain type of audience to get it, I guess you could say. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I love slice of life movies. I love them. Iron Crew says, I wanted to make a movie too, but I would need two girls and my girlfriend will let me. I don't know if that's a movie. That sounds more like a, I don't know. Something you might stream on the internet. Alright. Someone asked me if I watched Oldboy. I did. Christopher Lopez says, like the Blacklist. Is Blacklist? I've watched Blacklist, but I haven't finished it. Is that like is there a twist at the end? Are you talking about Blacklist like the TV show? Christopher Lopez, have you seen Oldboy? Yes. It's a classic movie, cult classic as well. I didn't know that's what Blacklist was about. Going completely sideways, 10,000 tick chart now. Touching the 20 EMA here. I knew I was gonna start going to a trading range. We made that new low finally. I think we could reverse here. I just need a setup of some sorts. All right, I'll watch it. I really like Blacklist. It's just so many seasons. Crazy. Okay, getting a nice push up. Kind of like the price action a couple days ago. If you
10,000 tick
remember on the
trap.
5-minute chart, I've been taking a look at this price action here. Right here, where he had this congestion, pops up congestion, it comes back down into that congestion, ultimately trying to fill the gap. It actually doesn't fill the gap, it gets very close. 5-minute here as well, congestion, comes down, congestion again, comes back up into the original congestion, maybe to fill the gap. This is what I'm thinking might happen today. Very similar to what happened the other day. I'll take a trap trade here, sure, why not? Hugh says, Panda, your movie is similar to the old story of the neglected child becoming whatever the muse is of the neglectful parent so that they can have their parents' attention. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that story. Second entry long would probably be better in this situation here. But my premise is long right now. And I've been waiting for a setup. Can't get my impatience get the better of me. A second entry long will be better here. Especially coming off the 20 EMA. We're quite far away from the 20 EMA here, which makes it difficult to take this trade. Trap trade here. I would like it to bounce off the 20 EMA here. That's the problem why I can't take this trade. I like the premise going up though. Okay, terrible signal bar. Okay, we're coming back down to test the 20 EMA here. That'll be a first entry. First entry, is that enough? I would like a second entry long here. That'd be the better setup in my opinion. It'll be a better setup for sure. I'm gonna have quite a large stop here. Hopefully, if it does create a second entry long, I can capture the second entry long here. Go in with a double position on a second entry long. Right, second entry long. I should have just waited for a second entry long in the first place. I have quite a wide stop here because I was waiting for the second entry long setup. It might wipe out all my gains I already had this morning. Darn. Such a strong push down. Let me widen this up a little bit so I can have room for my second entry long here. Makes a micro double top. Still in this trade. Darn, that would suck if it takes me out. I put a wide stop, not expecting to be hit. But it looks like it will get hit here. Hey. It is what it is. Jeez. So frustrating. I waited all stream for this trade. Couldn't get it. I should have waited for the second entry long. This is why I'm this is why I wait. This is why, like, so many times on stream I don't take any trades. I miss so many trades. And now when I actually try to take a trade, try to wait for that second entry long right here. Darn. Now I'm down 95. Jeez. Trading range continues here. I wanted that wide stop because I wanted the chance to get a second entry long, which didn't even trigger. And then, yeah, anyways. Darn. What a day. Got super choppy. I really thought we could push up here. Come back to the bottom of trading range. Takes me out. This is so choppy. I don't know what to do here. I mean, we made that new low, right? So we broke this trend, made a new low, and then I thought we are going to reverse off of here. That's why I tried to go long here, coming off the 20 EMA. And instead, it does just destroys my trade. And I moved my stop loss because I wanted to have one more entry in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 points. Made it much bigger than I had to, I guess. Jeez. I should have just put one tick underneath this bar here. This is why I said I would just shut the chart down. The moment I started seeing this chop, I would have shut the chart down. Because I knew something like this, something stupid like this happened. Okay, trap trade here. I'm skipping it because it looks like we're in trading range still. Blacklight Gypsy says there is an indicator that puts a 1-to-1 based on the previous candle. Sure, why not? Doesn't really interfere with anything I'm doing here. I don't know if you can. Actually, you're a member. You should be able to post a link. Free Paper Cut says, so Panda, what's the name of your movie? I don't know. What is the name? What's a good name? You guys think of it. I call it Oppenheimer 2. That's what I call it. The Seventh Sense. Sideways Love. He says the hooks. What does that mean? The way to really get to a movie is like you would have to like first write a book about it, make it into a book, has to be a bestseller, then sell it as a script. Husband number 2. Movie should just be called He's Your Husband. That's it. He's Your Husband. Just gives away the whole movie. He is he. He is him. The other guy. The other guy is the same guy. That's what the movie should be called. Timothy? What? What? That's so random. The original but different guy. The guy in the same bed. What? Two guys but one guy. He isn't him. Oh, how about that? He isn't him. There was that one movie on Netflix was like kind of like that where it's like they could like switch like something I forget what it was, but they can like switch consciousness and someone like end up stealing someone else's body. Cass Al Brooks as the lead. Not him. Yes. You guys are just you guys are so helpful. You guys are truly helpful in thinking of this. Instead of Gone Girl, maybe Gone Guy. It's expanding pattern. This is why I hated this market. It ends up becoming expanding pattern here. I don't know what to do. I mean, isn't that a cool movie? Isn't that a cool movie? Something fresh. Something original. Family Guy? Is it Family Man or Family Guy? I mean, there was a time Nicolas Cage was unstoppable. I actually enjoy Nicolas Cage movies still. He has some greats. It was not until Ghost Rider his whole career fell apart. Ghost Rider was the one that killed him. It was his turning point. All right, coming back up, right? Expanding pattern. Unfortunately, no setup to take this long. I was looking for a higher low, but no higher lows were given. Unfortunately, I might end the day red because of that stupid trade at the end. Why? I knew it was choppy. I knew it was choppy, but I don't know. Higher low setup here. But now we're at the top of the trading range. Our trading range indicator telling us the trading range. The 2000 tick chart. Oh, Family Guy. Alright, so it was an episode of Family Guy. Actually, that's kind of funny. Blacklight Gypsy, 3076 on the day of the evals. Let's go, baby. Is that 3076 on all the evals or just one eval? Or across the evals? Higher low setup here. Whatever, I'll take a second entry long. And your boy is tilted. Your boy is tilted. Oh, I don't know why this never worked. First time. Your boy is tilted, so I'm going with 2 contracts here. You know your boy is tilted. Give me my setup though. Give me a second entry long. You gotta at least give me my second entry long before I take it. Come on. At least give me the second entry long. Darn. It's not gonna give it to me, huh? I lose a second entry long. It goes up without me. Ah, so frustrating. I wanted the second entry long. Instead, it gives me a micro double bottom here. Super frustrating. It's like, you know the premise, but it doesn't give you the setup. Eh. How frustrating is that, though, pandas? How frustrating is that, though? Look like Gypsy says, across all evals, no trade copier, trading each one by one. 6 of them. I keep thinking about the possibilities if I did use a trade, but risking losing everything at once. Yep. Wayne Bignall says, he busted account, but got a new one. It's up 367. Hey, BBM 90 pandas. BBM 90, why not? BBM 90, 90% off. It's sick. Trading is truly difficult though. Wow. All right, expanding pattern. Right, bouncing off the bottom, top, bottom, back to the top. I hate expanding patterns because by the time it gets to the top, are we gonna break out? Breaking out of expanding patterns just feels so unnatural. Because by that time you think it's already overextended, right? I wanted a piece of this, but unfortunately, it didn't give me my second entry long, which is what I was waiting for right here. Hey, B. Instead of giving me the C, it gives me double bottom. I could have gone one more tick and I would have gone into this trade with 2 contracts. But you know the market doesn't really ever give you what you want. Top of the expanding pattern now. So are we gonna break out or are we gonna bounce off? That's a tough question. That is a tough question. Trading range indicator on 10,000 tick chart as well. Top of it. Kind of making a head and shoulders right here. Interesting. Okay, trap does trigger here on 2K chart. Not interested, right? We're up top of the expanding pattern. It's very difficult to go long right into resistance. But if it does break out here, it's just not much I can do. And it is what it is. unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna end up red today, and we'll continue to press forward. What can we do? It's just that one dumb trade. I mean, I could have been done, but my patience got the best of me, and I made my stop loss large because I wanted one more setup, one more, opportunity to come in here. The problem is that it never gave me my second entry long. So it is what it is. But pandas, we live to fight another day. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. 9:15 for the mainstream, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. Hope to see you guys there. Thanks for joining, everybody. You guys are amazing. And don't tell anyone about my movie idea. It's Bye Bye Money's original movie. So don't tell anyone about it. If I see anyone making a script, I'm coming after you guys. All right, pandas. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.